Good afternoon, once again, my dears. How are you? All of you are fine. Hmm? Hope all of you had your tea and all. Nobody is staying hungry, isn't it? If you are hungry, fill your tummy before seeing this video. Hmm? And with peace and calmness, just go through this video, okay? This is Midun Raj, your science teacher, welcoming you to the world of science. And we are studying the sixth chapter or the second part of biology called as tissues. Okay. Yesterday we already went through the introduction part of animal tissues. Okay. Introduction part was this chart. Another good chart is there. I will send that chart. Okay. I will then chart that one. This is not that much informative. That much information are not there in this chart. So we are discussing about epithelial tissues. Let's see what is this simple squamous, simple cuboidal. How many are we elaborately studying? Squamous epithelial tissues we are studying. Columnar we are studying. Columnar we are studying. Cuboidal, glandular. Okay, only that much we are studying. Okay, these are the main things. Glandular, cuboidal. Glandular we didn't discuss here, I think. Am I right? Okay, anyway, we'll discuss afterwards. Glandular. First, we will discuss glandular. Epithelial fold, anyway, leave it. We will go with the first. See, first one was squamous. Squamous is divided into two: simple squamous and stratified squamous. Simple squamous means one layer, okay, one small layer of epithelial tissues. Okay, it's a thin layer like a paper. See, isn't it like a bread? Not a bread, we cannot say bread, it's thinner than that, very thinner, but it is like a layer of paper, okay. And stratified means a group of simple squamous. Let's see what it is. It consists of a layer of thin flat cells, okay. Thin cells are there, thin cells, but in the case of cuboidal, the cells are cube. See, it's cubical in structure. Here it is thin layer, this is cubical in structure, and this is like columns or like cylinders. See, that is the difference between simple squamous, cuboidal and columnar. Okay. It is present in lining of blood vessels, lungs, mouth, esophagus, etc. This is important. Okay, this part is important. Where is squamous epithelial tissue present in our human body? Okay, if somebody asks, your blood vessels lining is consist of which type of tissues? Squamous. Understand? Squamous epithelial tissue, that's the answer. Your lungs, your mouth, your esophagus, these are the main. Okay, that's why lots of other organs also has squamous epithelial tissues, but these are the main. Understand? Just you want to mark this. Anyway, we'll give the notes. Just keep it in mind. Blood vessels, lungs, mouth and esophagus contains squamous epithelial tissue. Okay, next. The skin has several layers of epithelial tissue. This tissue is called stratified squamous tissues. Because the layers of these are very small. Blood vessels are small. The esophagus, outermost layer is also very small. Mouth's layer is also very small. Lungs, anyway, we didn't see in that, isn't it? Blood vessel also we didn't see in that. But mouth we can see. Just try to touch the internal part of our mouth. The thickness of that outer skin is very thin, isn't it? It's very sensitive. It is very easy to scratch it. Understand? Because it is simple squamous, very thin layer. But in the case of our skin, our outer skin, it is stratified squamous. See, stratified squamous means it is thicker, isn't it? That's why the strength of our skin is more than that of our mouth. Understood? Simple squamous is present in our mouth, blood vessels, esophagus, lungs, etc. But in the case of our outer skin, the skin which we have in our body, that particular skin cells or skin tissues are stratified squamous. That's why that strength is there for our skin, isn't it? It is easy to scratch our skin or our mouth. Just try. No, don't try. Don't try. If you try, you will be get wounded. Anyway, you have the common sense to understand that our mouth skin cells are very sensitive, but our skin cells, our skin which have in our body, they are much more strong. Isn't it? Some parts are very very strong. For example, the end point of our elbow, hand's elbow, that skin is very very tough, isn't it? Some other spaces like where our knee, because the stratified squamous, the number of layers is very very high. That much application level you don't want to study, but for your understanding, just I told. Okay, simple squamous present in blood vessels, mouth, lungs, esophagus, etc. And stratified squamous is present in our all the other parts of the skin. Next, columnar epithelial tissue. See, it is like columns or not? See, it's like cylinders. Am I right or not? Understand? Let's see where it is. Columnar are tall pillar-like cells. It is present in the walls of the intestine. Understand? Only in intestine. Let us see the next point. The columnar epithelial tissue is the respiratory tract, has hair-like projections called cilia. This tissue is called as ciliated columnar epithelial tissue. So the respiratory, we will discuss that after, consists of, see, these columnar epithelial tissue, especially they are where? They are in our intestine. Understand? Only in our intestine. But a particular type of these columnar, simple columnar cells are there, tissues are there in our respiratory tract. Understand? Actually, there will be hair-like structures, small, small, small. I cannot draw it here. Okay, small like hair-like structures. That is called as cilia. Have you seen these? It's not. I have given an example, but it's not correct. Have you seen this hair in our nose? Isn't it? What is the speciality of that hair? It will block the dust particles and some of the bacteria from entering our respiratory tract. Inside the respiratory tract also same. These columnar muscles are there, but these columnar muscles must have a lots of hair-like thing in the top. They are columnar muscles, but at the top it consists of some hair. That hair is called as cilia, and that particular columnar epithelial tissue is called as ciliated columnar epithelial tissue. Ciliated, that hair is called as cilia. Here it is not given. Okay, in textbook I think the photo will be there. I will check and I will anyway in today's notes I will give it. Not notes, temporary notes, reference notes I will give it. Columnar muscles or tissues are present in our intestine, walls of our intestine, and also the lungs. Okay, these two things you just study it. Okay, next one is cuboidal epithelial tissue. That's very simple. Consists of cone-shaped cells. Okay, not cone, we can say it lasts like a cube. Like a cube. Here it is like cone, but here it is given as cube. Cuboidal means cube. See, cuboidal. Let's see, where is it? Having a basement membrane, leave it. It forms lining of kidney, tubules and ducts of salivary gland. Our salivary gland duct. Salivary glands are present inside our mouth, isn't it? Salivary glands are present inside our mouth. That salivary glands are coated with cuboidal epithelial tissue. Okay. Not only that, the lining of the kidney, the outer part of the kidney is also present. They are which one? Cuboidal epithelial tissues are present in there. Okay. It provides mechanical support. Mechanical support automatically it will provide because it is thicker than the squamous, isn't it? It is thicker than the squamous, so automatically it will provide the strength to that. And different tubules. There is a lots of tube-like things in our body. Okay, that is also covered with cuboidal epithelial tissue. You only want to study what is it and its example, where it is present. That's the example. Functions also. Okay. Next one is glandular epithelial tissue. This we didn't study it. Okay. Okay. Sometimes epithelial tissue folds inwards and forms a multicellular gland which secretes substances. Actually, glandular epithelial tissue is nothing. It's a mixture of epithelial tissues. But from that epithelial tissue, some secretions are coming. Understand? Example, hormones. Example, inner part of our salivary gland. See, this part, I think this diagram you are understanding. This part, from here the secretions are coming. Understand? For example, this is a salivary gland. The outer part will be which cell? Which cuboidal epithelial tissue, and the inner part will be glandular epithelial tissue. Okay, glands means small things in our body which secretes secretion. For example, adrenal gland, thyroid gland. Understand? So that glands are made up of glandular epithelial tissue. Adrenal glands are present in above the kidney. Thyroid is in the throat, that part. Okay, they are secreting different types of secretions. Okay, pancreas also secreting pancreatic juice. Salivary glands secreting salivary, not salivary, saliva. Gastric glands are there inside our stomach which secretes acid, pepsin, and what? Mucus. Okay, this we study in 10th standard, not now. So, where there is secretion, that secretion is done by which tissue? Glandular epithelial tissue. We didn't study the structure. Actually, the structure will be like, yes, the structure is like this. In that diagram, it is not given. I will check in textbook it is there or not. For each gland or each tissues, I will give separate diagrams for your reference. Anyway, you don't want to draw these diagrams. Okay, you don't want to draw these diagrams. Which diagrams you want to draw, I will tell afterwards, not now. Okay, next. See, this is a good. I told we are studying about human body. Okay, but what is this monkey doing here? I don't know. Maybe the man who made this photo, he forgot about that. Anyway, mostly human beings almost resembles the chimpanzee, isn't it? See, pseudostratified ciliated columnar, where it is present. Respiratory tract, ciliated, isn't it? Ciliated columnar epithelial tissue is in respiratory tract. Next, stratified squamous, where? Stratified squamous is where? Thick. Here it is shown as our vocal cord. That much we don't want to study. Simple squamous, you know, lungs. Simple columnar, where? Intestine. Columnar also is in respiratory tract. Cuboidal, where? Kidney. Okay, this is kidney. Actually, not properly defined. It is simple cuboidal, which is in kidney. Stratified columnar, present in the anus. Okay. Okay. Anyway, in that note, everything will be given very definedly. This picture is actually not correct, I think. It's correct, but it's not about human being. It's about a chimpanzee. Most of the digestive system of a chimpanzee and human beings are same. They also have fingers, lungs. What is finger doing in digestive system? Leave it. Anyway, these are some. I will give a good example. Good example diagram. This is not a good diagram. Leave it. Okay, that is about the epithelial tissue. It is over. Muscular tissue. Next is muscular tissue. Let us start. Muscular tissue. We can start or we can go for the next class. Let me see it will finish or not. No, muscular tissue won't be finished. Okay, it won't be finished. Nervous tissue we can finish. And one more class we will finish full. Okay. One more class. Okay, one more class we will finish it. Today we don't have time to finish all these things. So, my dear kids, I hope this much things you understand. Okay, till epithelial tissues. Okay, these definitions are important. I will give in notes. Not today. After 2 days, I will give. So that's it. I hope it was an interesting class. Anyway, biology classes are very interesting, isn't it? It's not that much difficult as physics. Which is your favorite subject also you can tell me, or you can comment me. Okay, no problem with that. So I hope you are enjoying science classes. Staying at home, staying at home, staying at home. Okay, stay home, stay healthy, eat good food, drink good water, pure water. Whenever you are going out, make sure you are wearing a mask, and good quality mask. Nowadays we are getting a lots of bad quality mask. Leave it. Go for only good quality masks. Okay, my dear kids. So Mithun Raj winding up this class, signing off from this part of the world. So see you soon with the next video. Lo, 2 more classes. I think we need 2 more classes to finish this. Till then, goodbye, my dear kids. Okay, bye bye and Jai Hind.